Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Now over the last couple of weeks we've been pretty busy creating lots of very cool hammer finished silver goodies, much to the dismay of our next door neighbours, I have no doubt, as it's not a very quiet process. But today I'm really happy to showcase and reveal some of what we've been working on. We've got the 100-gram BYB logo bars. Those were sold out in pre-order, I'm afraid, so no more of those for 2020. But we've also been taking some commissions for other hammer finish pieces, as it seems to be a really popular finish. 10-ounce round, 10-ounce bar, 10.5-ounce bar over here as well, and a very, very cool elemental cube, 1 kilo plus as well. Absolutely awesome. But all of these almost pale into insignificance compared with one other item which I've been working on this last couple of weeks, which was a complete fluke when I made it. And it's something I've been giving some sneak peeks on Instagram and the Silver Forum, and I need your help because today I'm going to give you all the big reveal of what it is. It's something very special and we need to name it. So without further ado, here is probably the coolest piece I've ever made, in my opinion. It is a 1 kilo giant Rolo, and it's got this absolutely bonkers black hole meteor impact crater that formed as the silver was cooling. I have no idea of the physics as to why this happened. I was trying to replicate the 10-20 ounce Rolos that we've been doing, but do a kilo one as it can be very accurate with the cast silver process. And I left the silver in the furnace to cool rather than taking it out to cool rapidly. So it cooled really slowly. It took something like, I think it was about 10 minutes in total to actually solidify. And in that time, it must have expanded out, or something must have caused this suction effect that has created this vortex, this black hole, this whirlpool almost of silver. And when I took it out, I was a little bit disappointed because I was like, I really wanted to get a kilo round, a kilo Rolo. But when I actually thought about it and reflected on it, I thought, you know what, I could probably hammer this and it would look pretty cool. And I have to say the results speak for themselves in my opinion. This is by far and away my most favourite piece I have ever made. It's 1 kilo exactly. We've serialised it kg plus 013 as it's the 13th, unlucky for some, 13th in the kilo plus pieces that we have made. Laser etched hallmarked on a hammered surface on a curve by the Edinburgh Assay Office, which is no mean feat, let me tell you. And I'm really happy with that. Kudos to the Edinburgh Assay Office for all of their hard work there, getting all of that set up. Now what I need your help on here is to name this kilo. It's not for sale at this time, and traditionally what we would do is have the owners of these kilos name it. But I'm not entirely convinced that I'm ever going to sell this piece. Mrs. Backyard Bullion has said, well, you don't really run a business if you keep everything that you make. But I kind of feel like, well, I haven't kept very many things in the time that I've been pouring silver. I've got a few of the very first pieces that I ever created. But beyond that, there's been a very small amount of pieces that I've created in my lifetime where I've gone, yeah, that's not going anywhere because I want to keep it for myself, be greedy and have it. This is one of those pieces, and as yet I'm undecided as to whether I should sell it, could sell it. I don't know. Maybe one day it will get sold, but for now I'm going to keep hold of it and enjoy it just for the short term, maybe medium term, I don't know, maybe even long term, we'll see. But regardless, it needs a name. It's worthy of a really cool name, so I want you guys' help in choosing a very cool name. So please feel free to suggest a name down in the comment section. We're not going to put it out to a simple poll, otherwise it's probably going to end up being called Rolo McSilverface or something stupid like that. But if there's a bunch of names that I really like down in the comment section, perhaps we'll end up doing a kind of YouTube poll on it or something, I don't know. But I really, really love it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. It's something very special, and let me tell you, being a kilo is just extra cool as well. I don't know if this is replicable in other sizes. I might do an experiment with some slightly smaller pieces because it is almost like a black hole that's been created, and I really love it. Absolutely awesome. But anyway, enough on that. I could just sit here and talk about that kilo Rolo round, whatever we're going to end up calling it. Please do suggest down in the comment section. Really intrigued to find out your feedback on the piece generally as well. Anyway, let's move on. We'll look at that maybe at the end of the video again, but let's move on. The next piece I want to showcase that we've been working on is another kilo plus piece, and this one is, again, a piece I'm really proud of, a really, really hefty, chunky, wonderful cube with hammer finish all over it. which took bloody ages, let me tell you. Again, laser etched hallmarking on the hammered surface there looks incredible. If I can get this really close to the camera, you can see that the hammer sort of texturing is still preserved on that laser etching surface, and it's just awesome. Really incredible work from the Elemental Assay Office, from the Edinburgh Assay Office. Now, as you can see, this is a kilo plus bar. It's kg plus 012. It's been serialized in that kilo plus series, obviously 2020 being the year of when it was made. It's called Elemental. This one has been sold already. It was a commission piece, actually, I should say. It's not even been sold. And the owner called it Elemental, which is a fantastic name. I love it. And just this small difference of having the hyphen there. So it's Elemental. Because it's a mental piece, it really is. I absolutely love it. Of course, the elemental symbol here I've done before on other pieces, other smaller cubes. We've done one big cube like this as well, but it wasn't with a hammered finish. I was curious to see how it would look and come out, and I'm really, really happy with it. I think it's fantastic, looks great, just sublime. And of course, all of the hammer finish is just wonderful. The texturing of it is fantastic. You can really feel it. God, I hope I don't drop this now because it would just put a huge dent and hole in my table. But oh, it's absolutely lovely. And again, this is a piece which I'm going to be sad to see go. I have to say, it's really nice. It's been sat on my desk for the last week or so since I've had it back from the Edinburgh Assay Office, and I've been enjoying it for the short time that I will have it in my possession. But there we go. That is the Kilo Elemental Cube with laser etched hallmark, 1,040 grams. Really, really cool piece. And a big thank you to Troy77 on the Silver Forum who commissioned it. I'm really, really happy that you decided to go with that hammered finish because it's absolutely awesome. Talking of kilo cubes though, I just want to give a quick interlude to something that's not hammer finished. We've just poured a really cool special one. More on that to come in the future. Here it is before stamping. Really love it. But anyway, more on that at another point in the future. If you want to find out more about that kilo cube, then please do hit the subscribe button. Now there is another piece I've got here off camera which I've been saving to showcase. It's a really, really cool piece. It is another hammered piece. It's a hammered sphere. Now this was actually a prototype planet Earth that I created all the way back in 2019, and it didn't come out great because it's the first time I used that two-part mould, and the texturing of the continents weren't perfect by any stretch. Often when you have the first thing that comes out of a mould, there's a lot of graphite dust on it. It doesn't usually take all of the texturing. So I had it hallmarked. As you can see, we had the U date there, the 2019 hallmark. And it's just been sat kind of in my stock box, not being used. So I thought, how would it look if I hammered it? Would it actually work? And it has. I'm really, really happy with this. It is absolutely phenomenal. And it looks like the Earth as it was formed 4 billion years ago. That's kind of my mantra here. It is the planet Earth pre-continents, pre-crust. It's that molten surface, and I'm really, really happy with it. We've, of course, patinaed it, antiqued it, and it's kind of a deep antiquing, so you can see that there's quite a lot of dark texturing. And then what we've done is we've gone over the top with some fine sandpaper to really highlight those ridge areas. 12.33 ounces, as you can see there, and the hallmark. Really happy with it. I absolutely love it. It happens to sit right on top of my my massive Rolo round with a black hole in it. Really quite cool. So I don't know. It's really very interesting and something that I hadn't really thought about, but then just had this planet Earth lying around. Thought, why not? What could go wrong? And there we go. We have it. Almost looks like a bit of a golf ball as well. It's a bit bigger than a normal golf ball, I think. Or well, actually, I don't know. I really don't play golf, but I absolutely love it. Again, it's really cool. This one, it is for sale. I don't know if it is still for sale because I will have listed it by the time this video goes live, and it may well have sold already. It tends to happen that a lot of the things that we list for sale get sold quite quickly. But if it is still for sale, it will be listed on our website. There's a link down in the description below to it if it's still live, and you can purchase directly there through the website. Otherwise, I mean, here we've got the 100-gram bars. Let's just have a quick check-in with these. So I revealed these about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we did a limited edition run of 10 of them. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who did pre-order these, because what I did at the time was we just made, I think we made 3, and I really liked them, and I thought, yeah, they could be a cool kind of limited edition thing. So I just plucked a number out of my head thinking, well, I could probably make 10. And I did, and we sort of had those 10 sell within about half an hour or so over on the Silver Forum, and that was really very, very cool and humbling. But I then was like, maybe I've shot myself in the foot here. I should have done a few more. So I put some feelers out with all those people to just see what the kind of feedback would be about whether or not if we changed our mind, changed the mintage on them. And whilst I think everybody actually was not too bothered. In fact, most people weren't even bothered at all. They were saying, yes, you can up the mintage, do whatever you want. There was one person who was a little bit on the fence about it. And I kind of just then reflected on that and thought, do you know what? No, actually, I think I will just keep them as 10. And I'm really glad that I did, because I think that's really important for our brand. The integrity there is of course really important. Beyond that as well, they take an awful lot of work to make, and I just didn't really have the time to go any further than that. And I know that if I'd put more out for sale, people would have come out and bought them. So we are only making 10 of these for 2020. They are all done. But that doesn't mean that we can't make other things which are hammer finished for 2020. So we have had a few commissions in the last couple of weeks. These two are big, chunky 10 ounce and 10.5 ounce bars made from old, milky, not very pretty coins that people have sent me. So if you're in the UK, it's probably easier if you're in the UK to send stuff to me to melt. Then we can definitely look to convert your milky, horrible coins into other things. You'll notice that these aren't finished. They have not got their hallmarks on. They have not been antiqued and finished, and indeed the bottoms have not been hammered either yet. So those will be going up to the Edinburgh office in the next couple of weeks, and then back to us for finishing. So there is still time if you guys wanted to commission something that is hammer finished, or just generally commission anything else out there, then we are going to be doing a submission at some point within the next probably 2 weeks, I'd say 8, 9, 10 days. I haven't quite got my schedule all done, but if you wanted a lovely 10 ounce Rolo or a 10 ounce bar or something like that that's hammered, then do feel free to get in touch. Now I just I'm sorry guys, I just have to pick it up and play with it and show it to you guys. I have no doubt that this will feature on a number of videos on my channel over the next coming weeks and months before I decide whether or not to say goodbye to it. But before we really kick off with showcasing it more on the channel, it needs a name. So please feel free to comment with your suggestions down in the comment section of what we should call this thing, this absolutely awesome piece. And yeah, we'll see what you guys come up with, and if there's any that we really like, then we'll perhaps put them out to a poll. Otherwise, maybe if one of the names resonates with me, we'll just flat out choose it. But absolutely love it. KG13, unlucky for some. I suppose in a way it was unlucky, because I was aiming for a really nice flat kilo Rolo round, but alas, we got something better. So anyway, that is it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed all of these hammered pieces and our showcasing of them. If you have, please put a thumbs up on this video and share it around on your social media. That would be very helpful for everything that we do here on the channel. Otherwise, that's about it from me. Thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.